everyone, welcome or welcome back. I am so glad that you're here with me today and hanging out. We're going through my collection and this is actually the final installment, and then we'll have a full compilation of all my collection videos coming out in a couple days from when this video goes up. Today we are doing powders and primers. So this is my powders and primers. This is all of them. I think we should go ahead, just to make it easier, we'll separate it out by sections. So I'll pull the powders to the side and we'll go through the primers first. And then when we're done with the primers, we will finish off by going through the powder. So I think that's the way we're gonna head with today's video. Grab a drink, get something to snack on maybe, and let's go ahead, let's get right into it. This is my collection of primers, but if you've seen my other videos, you know that I have shimmer primers, if you will. I don't consider them primers because they don't do anything to prime my skin. That's why they were in my highlight video, because I've just considered them a highlight underpainting instead of a primer. I apologize if that's missing from here and that's disappointing for you, but you can find those in my highlighters, and I will link that right here in the cards so you can go watch that as well if you'd like. What I have here are my primers that I feel do something to the skin to prime it, to make it ready for makeup. This is what I have here in my samples. I actually do have two of the glowy ones, these super glowy gels. And which one is this? 2 samples of Star Glow. I don't know why I need 2 samples of Star Glow. I have a mini of Star Glow. I just hate throwing things away, and these came free when I ordered something from Say, I think. Usually I decline samples unless I know what they are and it's something that I've wanted to try, because it's just wasteful otherwise, and I always forget to use them. I guess these would be pretty handy to have for traveling, so maybe I'll put these in my travel makeup bag, because that's where I keep all my minis that I use for travel, or like one-use minis that I use for travel. So maybe I'll put these in there because I don't need to have them down in my drawer, but I don't want to just throw them away either. And then I got a sample of this Caliray So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with collagen and peptides. And this I actually got because I wanted to try it. I think I got it from a Sephora order. Not that they ever give me the sample that I order. Okay, so I made an order from Sephora just recently, and they sent me an empty sample. It was supposed to be a body oil, and the body oil wasn't in there. It was just the card that holds the body oil. The body oil was completely missing. And that's not even what I asked for. I asked for a vanilla perfume that I've been wanting to try. They usually get the perfumes right, but not this time. I'm kind of over getting samples from Sephora. But this Caliray one, I'm really excited to try. I need to remember to try it. Maybe I should put this out on my vanity so I remember to use it sometime soon. I think that's why I put them in with my primers, because I thought then I would see it with my primers. I don't know. I do need to try it out soon, though. I'm really excited to try it, and I don't want the sample to go bad. These are some deluxe samples from Milk. One I have a tiny bit left, so that's probably going to be in my empties video, which is coming up soon because my bag is getting pretty full and I'm running low on a couple things. So I'm just waiting to finish those off, and then we'll have another empties video. And then these two I don't even think I've used yet. They both look like they're about the same, but they both still look good. I know these primers go bad pretty quickly, so I want to try to use these up in the next year for sure. Here, we can put these back in my box. It's dirty. It's raw wood, so you know, but it's makeup stain. That's bronzer in it. It doesn't wash out. That's like, it's been wiped. It's just stains. Anyway, so I'm keeping all of those. And I'm going to obviously keep this Caliray, like I said, and then I'm going to put those Say ones in when I go inside. I'll put them in with my travel stuff. Not that I travel very often. The only place I really go is over to my sister. She lives like an hour and a half from me. And so sometimes I'll go stay the night over there. When she was sick, I was over there a whole bunch. But other than that, I don't really travel. Back to the primers. So I have this product from Mob Beauty that Hope Mess Tom had mentioned on their channel. It was briefly that they brought it up. And when they applied it, it looked so good. I have been looking for something like this that wasn't heavy, because a lot of the pore filling primers clog my pores. I have one from Exa here that I use that doesn't clog my pores, but I don't feel like it works that great. Like, it's all right, but I've been using this week and you can see it's like messy. It works so good. I really like it, but it's a lab thing, I guess. Like, it's not a officially released. It's like something they did a lab for at a special like event. And then these are just like the leftover ones I think they're selling on the website. I'm not sure. You have to search blurring blot balm to find it. And then it shows up and you can order it if you are looking for it. But I've really, really been liking this. And Mob, please, 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 please make this a permanent part of your collection because this is amazing. This fills in my pores without causing congestion, and it plays well with a lot of my makeup that other primers don't play well with, because a lot of my makeup is oil and water based, and a lot of the pore filling primers are silicone based. This one plays really well with all of my products. I haven't had a problem yet. I've been trying it with all my different foundations and concealers, and hasn't peeled, hasn't caused it so that the makeup sits on top of my skin. That's the problem I have with this EXA one. This doesn't work with my Rose Ink Serum Foundation. It doesn't work very well with my Say Serum Foundation. But this one has been working wonderful. I really, 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 really have been liking that. It's a beautiful product. So thank you, Hot Mess Tom. Thank you. And then this EXA one, we'll just do that next. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep it or get rid of it, because it does do a beautiful job if you're using the right kind of foundation. It's light, it moisturizes, it's all the things. It's great. It just doesn't play well with a lot of my makeup. It's got a 36-month shelf life, which is crazy. And I probably only have about half of it left, because I used this with my Kosas foundation I had. I don't like the Kosas foundation. It's too thick for me. I think it's a great product. I think if you like that kind of foundation, it's more of like a BB or CC cream to me, then you might like it. But I prefer a serum foundation. I like something light. But this did work really good with the Kosas one. So there is that. If you use the Kosas foundation, this does work really well with that. So I don't think this is a bad product either, by the way. I think this is a wonderful product. I think I'm going to hold on to it for now. I'm going to think about it. I have this EXA. This one only has a 12-month shelf life. So this one I need to use up quicker. This is the Splash Zone Oil-Free Hydrating Primer. And because I have really dry skin, I got this to use. I thought it might be like the Hydro Grip Primer. It's not. It's really just a moisturizing primer. Ooh, I think I'm getting to the end of this. You know, it has like a similar texture, but it doesn't get tacky like the Hydro Grip does. But the Hydro Grip, you know, it has a stick attack to it when you pull your hand. This is just hydrating. It's very nice. I need to use this right now. I wasn't using this in the summer because it was too hydrating with the sunscreen I was using. I need to pull this out and get this used up right now. I should be using that. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to try to use that up here in the next couple months. So that's everything for face primers. And then I have, well, I would consider this a face primer. This Hydro Grip Eye Primer. This does not do anything for your eyelids unless you have dry eyelids. This would probably be great for them. But for the under eye, where your concealer goes, this is amazing, especially if you find that powder gets too cakey under your eyes. If you put this down first, it hydrates under there so that it can take a little bit of powder. And sometimes I find I even don't need the powder when I use this. But I like some of my powders because I have like different colored powders, and I like how they look on my skin. Or blurring powders or illuminating, like there's another reason that I want to wear them. This product allows me to do that by really hydrating my under eyes. I really, really like this under my eyes. So if you use this for like a lid primer for shadow and you didn't like it, give it a try under your eyes. You might discover that you have a use for it after all. That's what I found anyway. So I have been loving this. I actually have a backup of this because I got a free one from Milk. I think they were running a promotion and this was like the free item, you know, like when you spend whatever, $50, $70 or whatever. And then I have this Inica Organics Sheer Coverage Concealer in Porcelain. And I don't like this as a concealer, but I do like it on my eyelids as a primer for my shadow. So I've been using it for that. It's one of those cool squeeze tubes that work really well. It doesn't make a huge mess. I really like it. And if you're not familiar with Inica Organics, they're an Australian clean beauty brand. I used to really be into clean beauty back in the day. If this is your first time here and you haven't heard my spiel, I am branching out from there, but I do still have ingredients I prefer to avoid, and I do prefer things that are more ethically created and ethically sourced, and I do like packaging that is more eco-friendly and things like that. Like, those things matter to me. and also like what the company support. Do they support testing on animals and all the things? Like most of my products are cruelty free and vegan. There are a few that are not, that have like honey, or there was a hand cream I really loved for a long time that was made from yak tallow from a company that was out in Mongolia. They herd them out in the wild. Anyways, if I can remember, I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen. But there's other things within their ethos and ecos that made it a product that, you know, I was okay with purchasing. So that's kind of where I stand on those things. If you were curious, since I am showing you my collection, I think that's kind of an important part of talking about what you can expect out of my channel and things like that. But I do also end up with products that don't fall within that, either from perhaps a subscription box that I had gotten a long time ago, or maybe just not knowing at the time and not wanting to throw products away just to throw products away and things like that. I feel like there is such there's such a esoteric value of clean beauty, and it is very elitist and problematic. So I'm not here to preach to you to buy clean beauty, that it's the only thing, it's the only right thing to do, or things like that. I'm just trying to navigate this world in a way that I feel good about, that makes sense to me, and I hope you're doing the same for yourself, and that you can be happy with how you move through the world, however that is. What I'm mostly saying is it's bigger than one label: clean, cruelty-free, vegan. What are some of the other makeup labels these days? Anyways, this is from my clean beauty days. It is a really cool company in Australia, but their shade range is pretty poor, so like I can't recommend them for that reason. Like I said, this is in the shade Porcelain, and it's a good shade match. I just don't like it as a concealer. I don't really find that it does much as a concealer. And I feel like as an eye primer, it makes a nice matte base and a little tacky, not super tacky though, not so your brush drags and your mattes like get patchy. It's like the perfect texture. So I've been using that for my eyelids, and I've really liked that. And it does have a slight scent to it. It's like a little bit of a floral scent. I don't know what's in it though. I know some of their products do have lavender in it. Maybe because it's above my eyes, it doesn't bother me. I don't know. It does have a little bit of a floral scent. I think it's more of a rose scent. Let's move on. I'm keeping that, by the way. As you can't tell, I really like it. I just got this e.l.f. Lock It Down eyeshadow primer this last year. I don't know. It's been a couple months. And I think it's just one shade. It's sheer transparent. Comes in a doe foot. It's a little bit of a peach color. I haven't really used it that much. I can't tell you how well it works right now. I've been reaching for the Indica quite a bit. I don't not like it. It worked great the first couple times I used it, but I really haven't used it enough to really give thought on it currently. But first impression wise, I thought it was decent. NYX Glitter Glue. This is a great product. It's super affordable. And it's pretty tacky. Makes it so your eyeshadow stays and you don't get a lot of fallout from your glitter shadows. This Ulta Beauty Collection Tinted Eye Primer, I actually haven't opened this yet, but you know what? Should I open it? I mean, it's in a tube. If I squeeze it out, it's not really going to get air in it or anything. I do want to try it out. I want to see if it has a scent. Oh, and the glitter glue and both of these and the milk, all three of these don't have any fragrance. Neither do any of the other primers I've mentioned so far. The only one that has a fragrance is that Indica one. Oh, that does. It just kind of smells florally. Very, very light. Maybe rose also. I'm trying to decide if I'm just still smelling the Indica. I'm not sure. I wiped my hand off, but I think it might just be the Indica. Just slightly still there. If not, it's very light if it has any fragrance at all. That is everything for my primers. I'm not getting rid of anything. I am making a commitment to try to use this up in the next couple months and this up by the end of the year. Other than that, I'm pretty happy where my primer collection is right now. I don't feel like I need any more. I think this is a good reminder that I have everything that I need, and I don't really need to go out looking for primers anytime soon. All right, next up we have our powders. This is actually a foundation. This should have gone in my foundation video. I don't think it did, and I need to show you it. So anyways, this is my Lima Pure foundation. I actually super love this foundation. It's a satin matte foundation, and this is a neutral one, and they're a company out of Portland, Oregon. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in the greater Seattle area, so you know, this is made fairly locally to me. It melts into the skin. It's so finely milled, and the coverage is so good. They do have olive shades that go fairly light. So if you're an olive and you've never tried a powder foundation or never found a powder foundation that you could match your skin to, you might check out their line. And the product is just super lovely. I mean, that's me rubbing it in with my finger even, you know, it's not with a brush. When you apply it with a brush, it's even better. Anyways, it's a beautiful product, super finely milled, like I said, no fragrance, just a wonderful product. Some other products do have fragrance though, so you just have to look on the ingredients just so you know. Oh my gosh, I made a mess with that. This is a Derma E Essential Sun Protection Mineral Powder SPF 30, and this is like super uber expired. I need to throw this away. I had it in my purse for a long time. This I would wear on my shoulder, on my décolleté, all over my face, you know, anywhere that I could get a little bit extra coverage when I was out and about and I didn't want to have to spray on. And it's really great. And I probably will buy another one of these. This is super expired though. I don't even want to tell you. But I do have a Pacifica spray one that I really like. So that's what I use now. I'm not going to go out and buy a replacement for it anytime soon. I would use up the Pacifica one first if I was going to do that. Next thing is this Kosas Cloud Set in Airy, which is their lightest shade. It has the broken lid, right? Of course, because that's what their packaging does. It breaks eventually. I was noticing the other day that you can kind of start to see the rings up here. So that's pretty exciting because I've had this for quite a while. It still smells good. It's like one product that I have from them that's powder also that doesn't hard pan. Their bronzers always hard panned on me. This powder, it hasn't, and it's beautiful. It's like that perfect mochi skin. This is the House Labs powder, and I love it for the very same reason. I should preface this, especially with these powders. I have very dry skin. These powders, if you have oily skin, you probably hate, but maybe not. This House Labs is amazing. It has a net, which I love because it makes it so you can get just the right amount out without getting too much, and you don't have to dump any out. You don't have to fight with it. There's no lid to remember to close. It automatically has this top that sits down into the net so it doesn't spill. I've had this for as long as I've had this. I bought these around the same time. So I've had this for a while too, and it's still going. I use it all the time. I have no idea how I still have some left, but I do. Kind of hard to tell. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell on camera. About half left, I think, maybe, which is crazy because I use this all the time. I use the Kosas too though, so I go back and forth. Those are my two like light all over face setting powders. I like them under the eyes too. They work great under the eyes. They're really just great powders overall. I love them. They're my favorite. And if I had to replace my powders, these would be the two that I would buy to replace them. But I might buy this in pink because they have a pink one now. And yeah, so I might buy this in pink. But other than that, these would be the two formulas that I would repurchase 100%. So next, these are all color correcting powders. Just recently got this Tower 28 one in the Palisades pink, which is their super light pink. I don't know yet how I feel about this. It might be a little too drying for me. So I'm going to keep giving this a chance. I'm going to try it with some different concealers. For as far as color-wise though goes, this is my perfect light pink for someone who's as fair as I am. So I really like that. And I like that it doesn't have a mirror. I don't know, if you're taking it on the go, that might be annoying for you. But for me, I have a mirror compact already that I would use. But I would also just use the mirror in like the bathroom, wherever I was most of the time. It leaves room for it to put a puff though or something in there if you wanted to, which is kind of cool. It reminds me of the CoverGirl compacts I used to use back in the day. So much of the CoverGirl from the 90s. My original go-to makeup. So then I have the LYS, the loose pink powder, and it's a little too pink on me. I need to get their light shade and mix it. And so, I mean, it's not going anywhere. This Makeup Forever in the HD Skin Twist and Light. I like this. People say it's too sparkly. I don't think it's too sparkly, but I don't like the mechanism. Well, I like the idea of the mechanism, and I like the little well here to put your brush down in, spin it around and kind of shake it off, and then like you don't get powder all over your room. I actually really like that about it, but the mechanism itself just doesn't work very well. It doesn't distribute the powder evenly. Like sometimes your powder's super blue, or sometimes it's super like white, or whatever. This color is ivory that's in here with this one because it's the lightest shade. It's got a pink, a blue, and an ivory. They're all different depending on what shade you are. I don't know. I like it, but the packaging's super annoying. But there's a lot of powder in here. It's going to last a long time. And I had to take the tag off because it was driving me crazy. They have this tag on it. It looks very drugstore. And for, like, I think this was $37. And that's just a lot to have packaging that has a tacky looking label that wasn't easy to get off. I got annoyed with it. These are the Easy Bake and Snatch powders from Huda Beauty. And I have the shade Cherry Blossom Cake and Peach Pie. They're both a little too dark for me. I like this Cherry Blossom Cake. I think I probably should have just got the pound cake. It's supposed to have a little bit of pink in it, and I think it would be probably more like this Palisade pink. Let me show you. Oh, I guess I could have swatched these powders for you. Sorry. I should have done that. I swatched the Alima Pure. Here, I'll do a swatch of these here right now. Let's do it. So you can see in the pan, that's the Tower 28 Palisades pink, and that's the Easy Bake and Snatch from Huda Beauty in the Cherry Blossom Cake. So you can definitely see a difference here. And a difference in tone, too. So this is the Tower 28 one. Yeah, that brightness from that one on my skin. This is the Easy Bake. So pretty. Okay, and let's do the LYS one on here, too. Ugh, that's the other thing. That stupid lid comes off. The whole damn thing pulls out so easily. Whatever. This one's a different tone too. I really do like it though. Oh, the texture is so, this is so finely milled. It's so lovely. It really is a nice powder. The Tower 28, the Easy Bake in Cherry Blossom Cake, and then the LYS one in Sincere. I think I actually said that earlier. So they're all different tones. This is a lot brighter, almost white. This one is a lot peacher, and this one's a lot more like neon bright pink. They're all beautiful in their own right. And then I'm going to show you this Makeup Forever powder, because this does have color correcting too, but it's definitely like more blue, and it does have some shimmer to it. But people say glitter. I don't know. I don't feel like it has huge glitter particles. It's really pretty too. Look how brightening that is. And I see the sparkle in it, but I feel like, I don't know if it's glitter. To me, it feels like it's pearl, but maybe it is glitter. I don't know. It's really refined glitter if it is. I like it. And then let's do the cherry pie. Or not the cherry pie, the peach pie. That's cherry blossom. Let's do peach pie. So this is peach pie. Huda does not advertise this as being for my skin tone, by the way. It's like for medium, so it's not their fault that it's too dark on me by any means. That's like on me. I just really wanted to try it. But I think it's pretty, and I think it looks pretty to blend out like a bright orange blush. Okay, I'm gonna do these other powders, the House Labs Mucosis, just so you can see the color. Mucosis in Airy, House Labs in Translucent, Easy Bake and Snatch in Peach Pie, Makeup Forever Twist and Light in Light 1.0. And that is all of the powders. I am keeping all my powders. There's not one that I want to get rid of. And I do love them all. Well, oh, sorry, I guess I'm getting rid of this Derma E one because it's expired. I am keeping this Alima Pure foundation one as well. And all my primers. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you had a fun time hanging out today. Till next time, everyone.